Black men speak of history.
All of Moorish history doesn't belong to black people. So we need to pull out which bits do and which bits don't. So if we're looking at the rule in Spain and Portugal, what people mean is they mean the rule from 710 AD up to 1492 AD. And for most of that period, there were 4 dynasties that ruled. You had the Umayyad dynasty, you had the Elmaravi dynasty, you had the Mahadis dynasty, and you had the Nazarid dynasties. And the second and the third one were undoubtedly Africans. So the second dynasty, the Almoravids, they had their origins in the Sagal River region. And the Mahadis were black Moroccans, and the records are clear, black. And so that period, the second and the third dynasties, was where the Moors ruled in Spain from a city called Seville. And so Seville is an African-built city. And it still has grand monuments, the Alcazaba Palace, the Golden Tower, the bridges. Very, very impressive. I've been, and I can heavily recommend that people take a look. Now, Dynasty 1, the Umayyads, they're a mixture of people, but we're a part of the mix. And the Nazarids begin as an Arab dynasty, but it ends up as a black dynasty. Presumably during that period, Africans got the right person to marry the right woman, and then children came out of it, who then got to marry the right woman, and children came out of it. So by the time we get to the end of that dynasty, they're actually black. Yeah. So consequently, there is a lot of black history. But as I said, Dynasty 1 and Dynasty 4, we share the glory with the Arabs. Yeah. All right, Dynasty 1, they rule from a city called Klova, and there is a palace on the outskirts of Klova called the medinet elakra. That palace is off the scale. Yeah, people should take a look. Yeah. Then you have in the 4th dynasty, the Beni Nazir, the Nazarids, they're ruling from Granada, and the Granada palace, the Alhambra, is off the scale. So people should, visit these places and take a look at what's there. Now, as I said, the history is complicated because the Africans that were even during the 2nd and 3rd dynasties, not every African was dark-skinned. There were some light-skinned Berber types in the mix as well, but obviously the dark skins were the majority, because the word Moor itself is a derivative of a Roman word for dark or black. So it is the term that would have been used in medieval times for black people.
And what's the link, the connection, or the difference between Berbers and Moors?
Basically, Berber is the term that appears in Arabic literature. Moor is the term that appears in European literature. But they approximately refer to the same groups of people, the people in North Africa. Now, the people in North Africa, before the Arabs got there, were predominantly black, but not every single person was black. Do you see? And it's the not every single person is where Eurocentric scholars can now get off and exploit that to make it look like none of them were, which of course is nonsense.
And another thing.